The Gilded Age, spanning from the late 1870s to the late 1890s, was a time of glittering wealth, gilded traditions, and explosive capitalism. But flip the coin, and you'll find rampant poverty, brutal exploitation, unrelenting racism, and relentless technological progress. Just not the social progress, no matter how hard some people clutch their pearls trying to rewrite the facts. This is the world of the Barringer Hotel, my latest webcomic. Set in the Victorian era, yes, the American one. It's historical, sure, but is it steamy? You decide. Does it feature a serial killer? Absolutely. But above all, it's a tale of horror and love. Hey y'all, Day here. Today I am illustrating a vintage Barringer Hotel advertisement to post on my socials. This is me pushing myself to do more marketing, which, as any introverted creator knows, is a pain, but a necessary evil to get eyes on your stuff. But don't worry, watching me draw isn't the only fun thing on the agenda. I'm also going to tell you about my latest webcomic, The Barringer Hotel. If you're vibing with my content and want more of this chaotic art energy, subscribe to my channel and the comic. I'll be uploading new episodes for free. And if you want to read ahead or show some love, drop a like, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button. It means the world. Once the contest ends, keep the love coming. If you'd like to support me beyond that and you've got a coin or two to spare, check out my Patreon for exclusive Barringer Hotel content, both safe for work and non-safe for work. If you know, you know. Not ready to commit? Totally fine. You can still support me with my one-time tip jar options and get some cute thank you art in return. Now let's get into the Gothic historical horror and psychological thriller that is The Barringer Hotel. The short of it, an ambitious young woman working at a grand 1890s hotel suspects her charming boss is a killer and must outwit him before she becomes his next victim. The long of it, when Felipa Suzanna, a determined family-oriented young Honduran woman who emigrated to the United States as a child, starts noticing a disturbing pattern at the luxurious Barringer Hotel, where many guests arrive but few ever leave, she suspects the hotel's enigmatic owner, Enoch Carmine, is hiding a deadly secret. Desperate for work and eager to support her younger siblings, Felipa accepts a job offer that forces her into the very heart of the danger. And as the hotel's secrets begin to unravel, Felipa realizes that surviving this place will take more than just wit. It'll test her resolve, her morals, and her will to live. At the Barringer Hotel, the Gilded Age is as deadly as it is grand, and Felipa must navigate both as a woman of color in a world not built for her survival. Originally, this story was written in screenplay format to be adapted as a feature film, but the SAG-AFTRA strike happened and kind of killed the plans that I had for the story, so it remained on the back burner until recently. I had to polish it a bit more and expand on some parts, but finally, I think Barringer is a proper Gothic horror psychological thriller that people will enjoy. Mind you, I am no Stephen King, and Barringer isn't a hardcore jump scare or monster under the bed scary type story, but it does capture what I think is most frightening of all: love and survival, and how far people are willing to go for it. Add in some historical murders and a lens into the little looked at aspect of the working class and people of color during that era, and I gotta say, that sounds like a proper scary story to me. The Barringer Hotel was partly inspired by the chilling real-life crimes of H.H. Holmes, a con artist and serial killer who lured victims to his infamous murder castle during the 1893 Chicago World's Fair. Holmes targeted women trying to survive and thrive in a changing world, which deeply influenced the tone and themes of my story. While the Barringer Hotel has evolved through several revisions beyond that initial premise, you'll still find references and nods to the murder castle throughout, because I live for layered horror, historical depth, and hidden Easter eggs. It's Crimson Peak meets Killing Stalking at the Overlook Hotel, but make it Latina, make it Gothic, until all that's left is dread, obsession, and a job Felipa can't afford to quit. Now, Barringer Hotel is not a super long comic. I expect to have it finished in 90-ish episodes maybe, but I am excited and I'm also terrified to try my hand at drawing historical Gilded Age era characters and backgrounds. God, I hate drawing backgrounds almost as much as I hate coloring. Trust that I will be outsourcing backgrounds as soon as I am able to, because I just cannot. Now let's do a quick overview of my starring characters. Our protagonist is Felipa, Felipa Suzanna, age 21. She's the eldest of 5 siblings and Honduran, having emigrated to the US at age 7. Life since then has been pretty rough. Growing up poor in a country that wasn't built to catch her when she falls has made her sharp, guarded, and fiercely protective. If you're wondering where Honduras is, it's this country right here, shaped by beauty, colonization, and survival. Much like Feli, she's ambitious, clever, and deeply family-oriented. At the start of the story, she's unemployed. I know. Having abruptly quit her job as a maid for reasons she just won't tell her family. Her biggest dream? To pull her siblings out of poverty and avoid becoming another nameless girl buried in a forgotten hole. She's not looking for love. She's looking to survive and win. Our antagonist is Enoch Carmine, age 31. Boston high society darling, bachelor, eccentric. Owner of the infamous brownstone Barringer Hotel on Franklin Avenue, a building with secrets older than its bricks. Enoch is charming, cultured, and just a little too polite. He studied medicine in Chicago and then abruptly switched to law. When he returned to Boston, he was different, old friends have noted, sharper, quieter. And shortly after, he purchased the Barringer. No one knows how or why. His biggest dream? That's the thing. No one really knows what he wants, except maybe Felipa, who's about to find out the hard way. Then we have the rest of the Suzanna brood that Felipa would do anything for. Cheerful Julian, who dreams of designing beautiful buildings. Earnest Frederica, aka Frida, who dreams of peace and compassion. Perceptive Juarez, who yearns to be a journalist. And confident Fernandita, aka Dita, who's convinced her siblings are secretly idiots and don't know how to navigate life, as well as other casts of characters both inside and out of the terrifying Barringer Hotel. I'm really excited to showcase this Gothic horror story and hope to do it justice. Now, before we dive into the episode 1 dramatic reading, I just want to take a moment to share why the Barringer Hotel matters so much to me. The Barringer Hotel, as it is now, wasn't born just out of my love for Gothic horror or serial killer mysteries. It came from a place of frustration, survival, and hope, weirdly enough. As a Latina, an artist, a daughter of immigrants, and an immigrant myself, I've worked from the bottom because I had no money, no connections. I wanted to tell a story about someone like us, someone who's not always in the spotlight, especially during the Victorian era, someone expected to clean up the messes of the powerful and never ask questions, someone who fights quietly, cleverly, and fiercely for her family in a world built to take, to use and discard her, to exploit her labor, her ignorance, her love, and give nothing in return. Felipa Suzanna isn't perfect. She's got repressed trauma, control issues, always suspicious, always calculating, but she tries every damn day because when her family hits rock bottom, Felipa refuses to give up because giving up means it's over, not just for her, but for the people she loves. It would mean their sacrifices, their dreams, and the impact of simply existing meant nothing. That's what I relate to. That's what I wanted to show. That a brown girl with too many responsibilities, not enough resources, and zero safety nets can still be the hero of her own story. So yeah, the Barringer Hotel is scary. It's romantic, it's twisted, but more than anything, it's personal. And if it ever resonates with someone who's felt invisible in their own life, just know that you are not alone. If you've made it this far, let me reward you with a first dramatic episode read-through, because if we're going to see what the fuss is about, then we need to do it right. Now, the version that's currently on Webtoon is actually an earlier draft of episode 1, but what I'm about to read for you is the updated version, one that better captures the tone and horror that I want the Barringer Hotel to open with. You'll get to meet Amy Wright, a woman trying to outrun fate, but the walls of this place don't like to be defied. If you like twisted architecture, tragic heroines, and traps disguised as decor, get cozy. Let's begin. Run faster, run harder, escape, escape. If you stop now, it's over. She can't die. Not yet. Amy Wright was just passing through. One night, she came to Boston to say yes. The Barringer Hotel said no. The full story continues on Webtoon, and once the contest ends, this version of episode 1 will be updated in all its terrifying glory. So if you liked what you heard, subscribe, like the video, and tell me in the comments, would you have made it out? Because I can tell you right now for a fact that my ass would have been grass. Episodes 2, 3, and 4 are available to read for free on Webtoon. Link is in the description box below. It is also available to read on my website, daydaydoes.com, where psychological thriller Dante's Ama and supernatural drama Bittersweet Nightshade are also available to read for free. Even if the updates are a little sporadic, I appreciate all the love all the same. So definitely stay tuned for updates. And that is it for this video. I present to you the art. Come stay at Boston's quaint but luxurious brownstone Barringer Hotel. You'll love it so much that you won't want to leave. Thanks for sticking around. If you're feeling my content, subscribe to my channel, sign up for my Patreon, or toss a coin at my tip jar packs, follow my socials, and read my stories. There is always something fun to do around here. Until next time, cheers.